Hey you guys, this is Trey Thompson here from Thompson Home Inspections, and I want to show you how we evaluate a home's main electric panel. Now first of all, we start with removing the panel cover. The cover should be held on by these blunt tip screws. If it has anything else, a lot of times I see contractors, they would just install wood screws, and that's a big no-no. The reason being is because the sharp tip on the screws, when you secure the panel cover to the electric panel, a lot of times those screw heads, they will pierce the wire insulator covers, and which will cause shock. So we definitely don't want that to take place. So like I said, we evaluate the panel to make sure it has the right screws. Now this is a 4-wire system. We have the 2 main hot wires. We have the neutral wire right here, this gray wire on this side, and then we have the ground wire over here. Now, first thing I want to make sure is that the breakers, they have only one circuit connected to it, which is 1 wire. Now, if any of these breakers, if they have multiple wires connected to a single breaker, that's not right. Rule of thumb is only 1 wire is supposed to be connected to 1 breaker. If you have multiple wires to 1 breaker, then you can cause the breaker to overheat. So we want to make sure that you only have 1 wire to 1 breaker. Also, we want to make sure, since this panel by itself is a sub panel, because the main electrical disconnect is on the outside of the house. A lot of times you have the main shut-off switch right here at the top of the panel itself. Now, since it is a sub panel, all the neutral wires, which are these white wires right here, they have to be isolated from the ground wires, and we do have that within this panel. It is allowed for you to have multiple wires up under a single bonding screw under this grounding bus bar. And on this side, now this is something that I'm gonna have to inform the buyer. You have multiple neutral wires up under a single bonding screw, which is not allowed. Each of these wires are gonna have to be isolated. It looks like there's ample amount of screws available to isolate these wires. So like I said, I'm gonna inform the buyer that these need to be isolated, and I recommend a qualified electrical contractor to do so. Let's see, the panel, it looks clean overall. Everything appears to be isolated. I also take a look at the wire covers to make sure there's no singed covers or any burns along the covers, the insulated covers of the wires, and I don't see that within this panel. And another really important thing is that the panel itself has to be grounded, and this green bonding clip, well, this green screw with the bonding clip that's attached to the ground bus bar, that is actually grounding the panel. So in the event if there's a wire that separates, or if a hot wire touches the panel itself, instead of you walking to the panel, touching the cover and getting electrocuted, the excess electricity is going to go through the grounding wire, and then that terminates to the exterior of the house where the rebar goes into the ground. So you don't have to worry about that on this particular panel. So overall, this is a general evaluation of the home's main electric panel. For more info, check us out online at thompsoninspections.net. Again, that's thompsoninspections.net.